This is gonna be day 2 workout. It's a lower body pushing workout, a lot of like squat type movements. So first one is gonna be a touchdown squat. You're gonna need some kind of elevation to put one of your legs on. The higher up you go, the harder it's gonna be. So if you can start with like a low step, like a low elevation, that would be best for you. I'll also show you how to do it without any elevation. It's not going to be as effective, but I'm going to do it on the bench. So you're going to get up and you're just going to squat down under control until your foot hits the ground, and then you're going to come back up. And again, you're doing it under control. You don't want to use momentum. You don't want to bounce off of the ground. You want to go down as slow and controlled as you can. Come up as controlled as you can. If you don't have a step, like a shorter step to do it on, you can do it on the ground. It's just not going to be as effective. You can like sort of trail this leg. You can trail this leg and go down until you sort of tap that foot on the ground, and then you can come up like that. So it's not going to be as effective as having that foot elevated, but it's still a way to get the exercise done. Alright, so the next one is the ATG split squat with a foot elevated. ATG stands for ass to grass, so it basically means like you're gonna bend your joints as far as they will go, and you'll see that in the next exercise that I show you too. So this one here, the higher you put your front foot, the easier it's gonna be. So for this one, you could start on the bench if you want. Sorry. That works. For this one, you could start on the bench and then work your way down to lower surfaces. So, front foot on the bench, rear foot, you're going to go up on your toes, and then you're just going to bend as far forward as you can. And the ultimate goal is to have your hamstring covering up your calf. So like, basically like this. I know you can't see from the way that I have the camera, but the back of my upper leg is completely covering the back of my lower leg right now. And you're gonna move in and out from that. And when that gets easier, you can lower your step to something like a milk crate. To still make it harder. Something else you can do is you can mix up your reps. You can keep your foot flat, your front foot. You can keep it flat, and you can do some reps where you go up onto your toes, which is actually, when I do this exercise without any elevation, let's see, I'll mix up my reps. So right now, my front foot is flat. I know you can't see very well. Let's see. front foot's flat right now. And that's about as far as I can go. But if I go up onto my toes, now you can see that I'm completely covering the bottom part of my leg with the top part of my leg. I'm completely covering my calf and my Achilles with my hamstring. And that's ultimately the range of motion that you want. That's ass to grass. That's as far as the knee will go. All right. So next one is another ass to grass. It's an ATG squat with assistance. So basically you're gonna hold on to something and then you're gonna go down as far as you can go. Okay? And ultimate goal is ass to grass. My knees aren't going to go any further. My hips aren't going to go any further. Like, my skeleton is maxed out right now. This is as far as my joints are going to go. So you're going to work up to this range of motion. And you're going to use that assistance. So, you know, find something to hold on to and go down, do your holds, come back up. All right. Next one is the reverse lunge. This one's pretty easy. Or wait, I'm sorry. It's the goblet squat. So they call it a goblet squat because you're gonna hold your weights. I'm assuming dumbbell is what you're gonna use. You're gonna hold it in front of you like a chalice, like you're drinking out of a goblet. This, and then you squat as far as you can. Ass to grass would be best, but you know, something you work up to. If you don't want to use weight yet, you don't have to use weight. You can use your body weight until you get strong enough to use extra weight. And if you need to, you can use a bench to go down on. So sit on the bench, come back up, like that. Just make sure you're not plopping down on it. Make sure you're not losing tension when you're on the bench, because that can compress your spine and, you know, hurt you. All right, now the reverse lunge. That's the last one. This one's pretty easy. You just do a lunge, but you're going backwards. So like that. If you can, tap your knee to the ground. That's going to be best, but if you don't have that range of motion yet, you can always work up to it. Just try to stay under control the whole time and not use momentum.